What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Sports to the Wire. Kenneth Murray is back with us, and we're going into part two of this conversation, which was actually getting somewhat heated over here because my two boys over here are on an emotional high right now. They're like, "Oh man, it feels so good." You know, they ride that emotional wave, man. You know.
This has nothing to do with emotion. This has to do with the fact of systemic killing of our people, and it is genocide, and it has to stop. It's like being in an abusive relationship, and as a revolutionary, I will do everything to break that relationship.
All right, but Kenneth, listen. Nobody's gonna take you seriously if you're one-sided on everything, because we're not talking about the black-on-black murders. Yeah, we're not talking about the poisonous food that's actually put into our communities that's actually killing way more people than police shootings. We're not talking about the 10 million black babies that's aborted in the past 15 years. You can't be selective on it, man. If not, then nobody's gonna take you seriously.
I go to the store and I buy Arizona. It has high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
I don't end up dead because I drank that, okay?
Oh, you don't?
Okay?
Really?
No, I don't end up
Yeah,
dead.
you have scientific data to actually support that? Because I do.
Yeah, I had one tonight and I'm talking to you right now. I didn't end up dead.
All right.
We're dealing with the whole point of abusive power by the police, okay? Abusive power by the police, okay? In the non-white community, we need the police, okay? We just don't want to die. You understand? We just don't want to die at
Well, then you got it. Then you have to comply with the police officers, man. I know there are times where there are questionable shootings, but in this case, he actually, Mr. Blake actually fought the officers, and he went reaching for something. And you know these cops are on edge right now. There's a lot of them has been getting murdered in the past 6-7 months.
Oh, baby, sorry to hear about that.
Listen, we don't know. Again, we do not know if he was reaching. He opened the car door and he was pulled from behind. Okay? He didn't lean over. He wasn't halfway kneeling over near close to his kneecaps. He was nowhere near that. He was yanked from behind and shot 7 times. Simple as that. This is what we're talking about. If the man had reached in his car and then basically brandished a weapon, we're having a totally different conversation. Different conversation. But we're not having that conversation, are we? We're having a conversation based on the video that was released. And what was released is that he was running around the opposite side of the car, reconstituted a chase behind him. They called his name. After they said he used a taser, we haven't seen that in the video. They said they used a taser, and they said he was unresponsive. They could not put him down. He went into his car door, and as he went inside the car door, they yanked him from behind and shot him 7 times, and then he dropped to the floor. Then later, the following day, a statement came from his family. Mr. Blake's family specifying the fact that there was a knife on the floorboard.
See?
That's what we do now. Or at least alleged.
I have questions about that, okay? Because before they got the quote-unquote phone call or the quote-unquote pressure, they were highly upset, okay? See, here's the deal.
Who was highly upset? I'm sorry, Kenneth. Who was highly upset?
The family.
Oh, okay.
The family was highly upset. That is the reason why the riots and all these other things concurred, because the situation is that the family was very, very upset, and the motion went from one point to another, okay? If you notice, every time an incident like this occurs, there's somebody going to the family and saying, you need to calm the people down. And that is our problem. We're too calm, okay? We're just too calm, okay? Now, I said this once, and I'll say it again. In the non-white community, we need the police. We just don't want to die. When an individual reaches for a weapon, police officers are very clear. They will make it home to their families, even if it means killing you.
All right, yeah, now, but Kenneth, you would actually do the same thing. You're not going to put your life or your personal physical safety. If somebody was trying to rob you and they said, you know what, and they had a knife, and I'm just gonna stab you. You know, I don't want no witnesses. You just gonna say, well, I don't want to hurt the guy, and shit. You got a family that you want to make it home to, right?
Look, in the non-white communities, we need to be ethical, moral, and abide by a code of personal integrity. Okay? That would stop all of this nonsense of fighting with the police and things of that nature. Okay? Now, we don't have an army. We just don't have an army. So the best thing to do is to comply. But we have seen it even in the compliance, the death of people. Okay? Even when you tell the police officer, yes, I have a weapon, they still open fire because they're so fearful that we've made.
Dude, I seen a whole bunch of videos where there was traffic stops and you had a CCW holder was asked by the officer. I watch a lot of these traffic stops. I've seen thousands of them, you know, and witnessed thousands by watching them, of course, not physically seeing them.
What is CCW, sir?
Concealed carry.
Thank you very much. I just feel that in our community, we need more lawyers, more politicians, and more judges that we can begin the process of helping our community. You know, we need the police. I keep saying this. We need the police. We just don't want to die. And every situation that comes across, there's a death. Now, if you take
every situation, Kenneth, that's a little too extreme. Every situation, because I got stopped by the cops a lot when I was younger. And I tell the story. I was working in a rich neighborhood, and I would come home at night. You know, they would stop me. I had this old crummy '88.
In the white neighborhood, sir?
It was in the white neighborhood. Yeah, it was in Westwood, New Jersey.
Say white neighborhood. So say white neighborhood. Don't say rich neighborhood. Because black people are rich too.
Well, it was a wealthy. I don't know who lived there. I know it was an affluent neighborhood. You know, it was in Westwood, New Jersey, upper middle class area, and they would stop me. I got up at 2 something in the morning, and I had an old '88. This is back in 2003 to 2004. I had an old beat up '88 Dodge Caravan, and they would stop me almost every night because it just
Why
looked.
would they stop you, sir? Listen, why would they stop you? Because you're a black man and in a
It was dark. They don't know who was driving the car. They can't see me. They just see an old beat up van.
And it doesn't belong in their neighborhood.
It didn't belong in the neighborhood. Exactly. Yeah. It just looked the part. It looked the part. They would stop me almost every night. They would when I got into Emerson, not in Westwood. This is when I was going to Route 4 back to New York. When I got into Oradell and I got into Emerson, New Jersey, almost in those two towns, I would get stopped, and not once did I ever fear for my life. Never fear. I was like, oh, the cops! Ah! I was never scared. I just treated the officers like they were human. Say, hey, listen, how you doing, officers? Just coming home from work. I drive the 11A bus, and that's all right, sir. Just have a good night. Get home safe. That's it.
Racially profiled. You have been racially profiled.
Not racially profiled. They can't see me, Kenneth. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you think they can see me? They can see me in the.
Did you have tinted windows, sir?
No. No.
So they saw that you were black. They saw that you were black. You
No, I don't. I'm not dark skinned. I look Spanish, even though I am black. But I don't look black in a sense, though. I'm mixed with white, Indian, and black. So I don't look black in a sense, though. I don't. A lot of people don't think I'm black. So they don't see. I'm driving, and let's say I'm going southbound because the road I was traveling on was Kinder Kamak Road. It was going south, and the officer's vehicle was going south. I just passed them. I'm going like 30, 35 miles an hour. You telling me they can process in seconds to see whether there's a black guy in the car that quickly? No, they can't do that. They're just looking at the vehicle. And it's dark.
Barry, get in here, please, because
Let loose, man. Let loose.
You guys took it to that level, and now I'm just going to end this right now. First and foremost, let's make sure we stay on back here. We understand why we're talking about this. We're talking about this obviously the NBA players have taken advantage of this. Now, regardless of who and what I do recall you also saying that these only happen when you cross the situation before you pull over. I have to have a certain amount of things. They are asking for communication with challenge for the time that was happening. Regardless of that situation, that's what happened. My being pulled over is my right to know. If you see information, then tell you what you've been pulled over for. It could have been simple. It could have been a broken taillight. It could have been anything. They actually done it first. Okay? That's what I've been told. You may agree with it, we can disagree on that. But at the end of the day, right now, I can do this. Also, to that situation, these big players decided that they do not play. Guys decided they want to play and started with the more bucks. They have started a trend. That's where we kind of want to get at right now. Wow.
And listen, everything is just highlighting what LeBron is saying. This is just going to LeBron that us as black people are scared every time the cops pull us over. I got pulled over a lot of times, and besides the New Jersey incidents, I was used to be an over-the-road trucker. Got pulled over a lot. Never was scared of the state troopers, even during in the South and so-called racist parts. Never was scared of state troopers. Never was scared of the cops. The last time, and I said, you know what? The last time I did get pulled over. The last time I did get pulled over was in 2008, where I almost got into a fight with the police officer because, you know, the way he was talking to me. So you know what I told myself? I was like, if I'm not gonna put myself in that situation, you know, no more doing dumb shit behind the wheel. You know, I'm not gonna get pulled over. I don't want any type of encounters with police officers when it comes to traffic stops. So the last time I got pulled over by a police officer was in 2008.
Let me ask you a question. I want to stay on focus with the NBA, but I just have to ask you this question. Do you secretly want to be white?
No, man. No. So why do you actually say that?
Really, I mean, I'm trying to be nice here, but I just can't.
No. Listen, man. Why? Come on. That's humorous. That's humorous. So you're basically calling me an Uncle Tom, a coon. I get this.
Because I know who I'm talking
a house Negro.
Do you know who Uncle Tom is?
What's that? Now these are the